Kristina arrested for murder plot. Will it be prison or a padded cell in General Hospital? Hello everyone. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, thank you. General Hospital sees Kristina Corinthos. Kate Mansi is in a mess of her own making, and I expect that soon she could face attempted murder charges. We're going to talk about consequences for her nearly killing Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, and seriously injuring Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst. So, once what Kristina did is exposed, as we know it will be, is she going to wind up in Pentonville Prison, or in a psych ward like at Ferncliff or Shadybrook? Let's talk about it. Kristina's downward spiral and self-gaslighting on General Hospital. Kristina's downward spiral is absolutely out of control. She has always been a person who acted without thinking. And things have gotten worse ever since she insisted she should be the surrogate for her sister Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vagenos. I think we all knew from the get-go it was going to be a disaster. And then, of course, it was because Kristina decided she would be the better mom instead of Molly. She convinced herself of it. And so she planned to keep that baby. It's kind of the same sort of self-gaslighting that Kristina engaged in when she said Ava Jerome, Maura West, pushed her. And it was an accident. We have seen on General Hospital Kristina's own memories. She knows very clearly she was not pushed. She tripped and fell on accident. But she keeps saying it because she gets herself worked up. And I think she thinks, like a lot of people we know, that just random people that convince themselves a lie is the truth if they repeat it enough, they self-gaslight. The car crash and Lucky's involvement on General Hospital. So she keeps harping on making Ava pay for killing her baby. Even Kristina's mom, Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, thinks her daughter is wildly off the mark with that vendetta and that accusation. So that's why Kristina cut the brake lines on Ava's car. So she thought, but of course she got Rick's car instead. Mind you, when Kristina saw the crash and realized she'd harmed Rick, what she kept saying, like it was some defense, was it was supposed to be Ava. Then, of course, Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, shows up, and Kristina confessed to him that she meant for it to be Ava. She told him she cut the brake line, not realizing it was Rick's car. And without all the information in hand, Lucky advised Kristina to run back to Charlie's and pretend like she had been there the whole time. He was telling her to go set up a fake alibi, but that was before Lucky knew that Liz was in the car and injured. So once the paramedics pulled her out of the wreckage, Lucky lost it. Consequences and potential arrest for Kristina on General Hospital. Thankfully, Liz only has a broken leg, and she's going to be okay. Rick, he's a different story. Dr. Isaiah Gannon, Sawandi Wilson, is trying to get him stable enough for emergency surgery. Clearly, Rick is way far worse off than Liz. So I just don't see how Kristina is going to walk away from this mess without facing some kind of legal consequences. Lucky told Kristina to set up her alibi, but the bartender knew she wasn't there because he already told Molly that. And on top of that, I don't see Lucky covering for Kristina after what he found out. Liz could have died. And hopefully Lucky realizes that enabling Kristina is a dangerous thing because she might kill somebody the next time she spirals out of control, whether it's Ava, whether it's somebody else. So I feel like it's pretty likely. I don't see how she can avoid it. She's going to be arrested. There are cameras everywhere these days, you know, likely cameras in the parking garage where Kristina tampered with Rick's car. And in case that weren't enough, all they have to do is look around. Kristina's fingerprints are probably on the little wire cutters she used to cut the brake lines, probably on Rick's car up underneath where she would have to go to cut a brake line. They could probably check her YouTube search, how to cut a brake line. I just don't think it's something she'd know off the top of her head. Potential suspects and legal ramifications on General Hospital. Given how much Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, hates Rick, he could be the initial suspect. And we know that he and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, were in Canada terrorizing that hitman at the time. But the PCPD can also say that Sonny had a minion do his dirty work, knowing he was out of town and would have a travel alibi. So I feel like Ava and Rick, assuming he survives, are both going to want the perpetrator to face. Once it comes out that it was Kristina, of course Ava will know that she was the intended target. And Rick only got hit because he was in her parking spot. Lucky might even tell the cops that Kristina admitted Ava had harmed somebody random. I could see Lucky maybe staying quiet, but he loves Liz. And Kristina's rash actions almost took her life. And if Lucky tells Liz what she knows, then I think Liz may press him to come clean to the police, because she has heard Kristina saying that if she can't be around her baby that died, then Ava doesn't deserve blah blah blah. So Liz knows about her unhinged vendetta because she was trying to get Liz to say things that weren't true and that were hyped up about Ava talking to Avery. So Liz knows all about Kristina's wackadoo attitude, General Hospital, Alexis, Ava, and the aftermath of Kristina's actions. Ava already is fuming at Alexis and Sonny for not helping her with her money thing. And then Sonny trying to use her problems to steal custody of Avery back. And that came after Kristina goaded him into it. So what's really wild, Ava comes asking about Rick's condition at General Hospital. And then Alexis chewed her out and told her to go away. Ava is not going to forget any of this when it comes out that Kristina tried to kill her. I could see Alexis trying to guilt Ava into not pressing charges, saying, it's a tit-for-tat thing. Kristina is upset because the baby died. And you're okay, so it all worked out, But that's not how the justice system works. And Alexis knows it. Ava faced a jury and was found not guilty. Kristina should probably be forced to face a jury as well. She needs some accountability in her life. Potential charges and Molly's reaction on General Hospital. Hopefully Rick will survive, or it would go from Kristina facing attempted murder charges to actual murder charges. I do expect Rick is going to live, and he's going to want Kristina prosecuted for almost killing him and Liz also. He doesn't like Kristina because she's Sonny's daughter. And Rick feels like Kristina gets all of Alexis' attention, and Molly gets scraps, so lots of reasons for Rick to push for her to be prosecuted, and not to hear anything else about it. I'd also expect Molly to turn on Kristina over this murder plot. She's been annoyed for a long time because Molly sees that Kristina gets away with everything, and everybody enables her and cleans up her messes, typically their mom, Alexis. And of course, the timing's bad because Molly and Kristina just made peace. Now this stunt may shatter any chance of them being sisters again. Molly's scared right now, her dad is fighting for his life. And when she finds out all this happened because Kristina was trying to kill Ava, she's going to flip. Molly may even push the DA's office to prosecute Kristina to the full extent of the law because she's had enough. Insanity defense and mental health considerations in General Hospital. That could see Kristina sent to Pentonville prison on a multi-year sentence. However, I would expect Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, or Alexis to represent Kristina and argue temporary insanity. They may be able to argue this is all the result of grief over losing the baby, try to still blame Ava, and then say that drove Kristina over the edge. I doubt that Alexis or Diane could get Kristina off without facing some sort of consequences, though. And let's face it, she needs some help and counseling. Alexis and Sonny are not treating her as someone who is caught in a grief spiral and needs some mental health counseling, which she clearly does need. Rick and Elizabeth almost died because Kristina has no impulse control. No doubt Ferncliff Psychiatric Facility or Shady Brook is where Sonny and Alexis's daughter belongs. There's something deeply troubled inside her. I don't think she deserves to be in Pentonville, but I definitely think she needs a timeout. Kristina needs help and some tools to deal with her grief and trauma the right way, But she still also needs to be held accountable for the consequences of her actions, because that lack of accountability she's had most of her life has led to this unhinged behavior where she thinks everybody's going to clean up her mess. I doubt Alexis or Sunny will be able to get Ava and Rick out of pressing charges, but we'll see. Kristina did the crime. Will she do the time? Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our General Hospital Update news channel and stay with us.